fucking Lifetime Achievement Award. I wanted to say that after. Mr. Friedkin, would you please come down here? Then we can talk face to face.
Thank you so much.
This is more emotional to me because we had your film at the first film festival in 1965. And here, this is my last film festival. And having you, this is like the full circle.
I was here the first time Michael put on the Chicago Film Festival. I guess it was 55 years ago. 1965, so that's not quite...
Took a year to pull it all together. So yeah, this is 64th festival, my 55th. Yeah.
And he's been doing it ever since, and he's been doing it brilliantly. And all of us who love and respect Michael are so sorry to see him leave, but he just feels it's time to get on to something else.
Absolutely,
which I think
absolutely.
is really admirable. And I know that that job as a waiter at Gibson's, you're going to be fantastic.
I could make more money there, I'll tell you.
You're going to start making some money now.
Exactly. So, shall I read what this award has to say?
Yeah, it's
hold on.
well,
First
wait a
none
minute.
of us can read this stuff. Come on.
It says to Carrie Mulligan.
This is tomorrow. Oh my God, this is tomorrow's award. Not really.
Is she here?
Come
to
on.
get her award?
That's tomorrow, Bill.
Oh,
I've got to
you don't have to read that. Just say, speak from the heart. Go ahead, speak from the heart, Mike. We don't need this. Go ahead. Speak from your heart.
First of all,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
all right, let's go.
You can do it.
Hold on. Of course I can do it. When we got this doc, we heard it was going to world premiere in Venice. I took a look at it with Anthony. And so we got to invite Bill. See, I don't really know you enough to call you Billy. You know that. You're Bill to me, and I'm Michael. Remember?
Oh, yes. I'm listening.
Okay. And I saw this film, and I said, but this shows a human, not the tough guy that we know all the time, that you portray, but it shows this human, warm, almost fuzzy teddy bear kind of guy who's made these incredible films that have changed our life. And I think we have to show it and let our audiences know who you really are. And this film shows who you really are. And by the way, I hate the term lifetime. You have all these lifetime achievements. For Christ's sake, your life is not ending. I've always hated the term. In fact, Clint Eastwood, when we gave him one, he says, you're not giving me a lifetime achievement award. You can give me a career achievement or artistic. You're not giving me a lifetime. I got a lot more to do in life, as you do.
That was beautiful, Michael.
No. I want to, hold on.
I didn't have that written for you.
Hold on. What about your unwavering commitment to crafting powerful, raw, bold, cinematic works across a range of genres that have captivated audiences over the fucking decades? Is that better?
No, I actually apologize for my language in this film. I really do. I especially apologize to, the women in the audience. When I did this interview, I wasn't thinking about it going before an audience. I was just talking to Francesco, and I was speaking off the cuff. But as I listen to it now, I think I really want to apologize because there's a lot of stupid things in that and a lot of arrogance. But thank you for this. Thank you for this. Look, when excuse me, Michael. As Carrie Mulligan, I would
Stop
like
it. That's tomorrow night. It's tomorrow night.
I would like to say I'm going to get this tomorrow night. When I grew up in a one-room apartment on the north side of Chicago, and my entire education came from the neighborhoods of Chicago. And the wonderful culture that's everywhere, in every community. The German community, the Polish communities, the African American communities. I knew them all very well, and I learned everything from there. I never went to college. I went to Senn High School. And right after high school, when I was looking for a job, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I really didn't learn much at school. And I was looking through the want ads of a newspaper. And it was either the Times or the Tribune or the Daily News then. And I saw that there was an opening for young men in the mailroom of a television station, to start at the mailroom and then work your way up in television. And I went to Tribune Tower, and it was a Saturday afternoon, and the guy who ran the mailroom, his name was Ray Demalski, and I had nothing to recommend me for this job. And in fact, it was literally a male room. Women could not and need not apply. It was only young boys. And I did an interview with this guy, and he said to me, as I left, he said, "By the way, kid, are you stupid?" And I said, "What do you mean, sir?" He said, "Look at that ad that you have there. You have an ad for a job in the mailroom, right?" "Yes, sir." He said, "What does the address say on that ad?" "It says 400 North Michigan Avenue." And he said, "Well, son, you're at 435 North Michigan Avenue." I went to the wrong place and got hired. And I was stupid. And in many ways, I still am. I'm not proud of that, but it's true. And I don't know how many of you believe in God, but those of us who have been fortunate enough to make films believe in the movie God. And the movie God has delivered me the casts of the films I've made, the crews, the people that I've been fortunate to work with, and they're the ones that have made the films of mine that in some way continue to last. And probably, I said this yesterday, Michael, when I introduced the film The Bandwagon, which is one of my favorite films. That's the kind of film I wish I had made. If I'm remembered at all for anything, and I'm by no means certain that I will, but it will probably be for The Exorcist and The French Connection. Two very hard-edged films. But the films that I personally love and wish I had been able to direct are the MGM musicals. That's really where my heart is. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. What?
I said you're welcome, kid.
Okay. Mom, you sound like you've had a sex change.
I'm like the Exorcist. I'm doing your mother's voice. Pretending to be your mother.
You're doing a great job.
I remember, Bill, you did do The Night They Raided Minsky's.
No, those are not. The great MGM musicals, they're dead because the Great American Songbook is dead. Those songs were the popular music of that era, the 40s and the 50s. That's my favorite era of motion pictures in this country. And that was over by 1960 when rock and roll came in, and today it's hip hop and rap. And those particular songs, which are the most popular, do not lend themselves well to the beauty and romance of the scores by people like Rogers and Hammerstein and Cole Porter and Schwartz and Dietz and Sammy Kahn. You know, thanks, Dad. That music is gone, and with that music, those great films are gone. But I'm very pleased to get this award because Chicago means so much to me. Everything I've ever learned, everything I've ever strived for comes from this place and this incredible, variegated culture that has meant so much and given so much to the world. But Chicago is not a place that brags about itself. It calls itself the second city. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the most beautiful city in the world, right alongside Venice. But also, you are all so fortunate in having this astounding culture at your fingertips. The Art Institute, the Chicago Symphony, all the different foods and cultures that exist here that you can simply absorb if you're interested. And the great thing that Chicago gave to me was a sense of curiosity. Curiosity about everyone and everything. And it's long since been fulfilled. I'm very grateful to Francesco Zippel for his documentary, to Michael Kutza, who has, let's hear it for Michael, who has created the longest lasting film festival in America, and easily the best in this country. And I'm very grateful to Michael. And of course, I'm grateful to be able to share Carey Mulligan's award with my son Jack.
It wasn't supposed to happen, but what can I say?
With my son Jack, who's up there, who I love very much, and my wife Sherry, who are in the last row. Stand up, who I, of one of the dearest women I've ever known. Without her love and without her, none of this would mean a damn thing. So I'm very grateful to you, darling, and to you, Jack, and all of you for being here tonight. God bless you, everyone.
Thank you, Billy.